The Horizons update is here, and it came with a lot of quality of life changes and a lot of new features in the game. But there is one thing, or actually a couple of things that I want to talk about today. The first one is the Fire Staff being nerfed to the ground. The initial damage from 190 to 140. The 0.6 is 266 to 240. And the channel time for 1.2 seconds, which is the full cast, just a tad, literally by 2. Okay, but this actually is a significant enough change to a point where you might want to change your strat just a tad, just a little bit. Okay, and the other thing that I would want to talk about, is the elephant in the room, is the HUD layout. I think for my fellow fire staffs and for those who are, looking for a better layout for Corrupted Dungeons, I got you covered. All of my skills are to the right, which has always been to the right. So all of them right here, I separated them by skills for the weapon, for my defenses, and for potion. Everything else is at the bottom. I don't know if you can see. You will see it in the recording. So everything else is at the bottom. So if you go to settings, go to HUD editor. I actually have to put that up just a tad right there. I also added the player status effects up top. This was not my idea. It's actually from one of our viewers. You put your effects up top. This is where you see the buffs. And you put the target effects, status effects at the bottom. So most of the time, right, when you are fighting, sometimes you want to see what your buffs are, what your debuffs are, and what your enemies' debuffs and buffs are too. So it is easier to just see them up top and at the bottom, which is pretty cool. And again, this is what I recommend as a layout. You see your QWE, you see your DRF, and you also see your healing potion, your Gigantify potion. This build is basically the same. I did not change any of the builds and it's still working. I only lost once, and you're going to see the highlights a little bit later. I only lost one in this build. There is one significant change though. Like the Pyroblast outside deals 439 damage. When you are inside the Corrupted Dungeon, it is around 380, which is really, really bad. Your quick cast E now is less damage than your normal Q3. So your Q3 like this deals more damage than your quick cast E. Because your Q actually deals 310 plus an additional 138 over time. That will result in 448. This one is 439. It is a significant enough change that you may need to change your strategy. Now, the only strat that I kind of implemented, the new strat, is obviously you start with your Q3s, right? You start with your Q3s and you still quick cast your E. Initial engage is quick cast your E. Now, if they only have Hunter Hoods, you can then full cast your E on the next rotation because this only has 15 seconds cooldown. It's kind of like how I'm playing it now. You quick cast initially to just get rid of that E, deal the same as your Q, auto-targeted, quick cast, and then continue fighting. Try to bait their Hunter Hoods. Once they don't have Hunter Hoods or any other reflex, you go full cast E. If they don't have any kind of skills that can cancel or negate, interrupt your full cast. So that's basically the main change of the Fire Staff. What I would say is I thought the Fire Staff is going to just completely die in this Horizons update. It has not. It's still actually pretty decent. You just have to adjust to the initial strategy of quick casting your E. So quick cast your E almost immediately, bait out their Hunter Hoods and their other reflex, and then your next E should be a full cast. And obviously the layouts, follow the layouts so you see if they have mercenary jackets or things like that. They have buffs and debuffs. It's easy for you to trigger your Purge, your Hunter Hood, and all that. So, to those who are Fire Staff mains like I am, we can still use the Fire Staff, just a little bit more, just a little more cautious. Be more cautious when you're using your E. It has been nerfed, but it's still pretty good. Enjoy the highlights, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, or better yet, join us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Burnstone. Let's go. Let's go. Why does he have an undead cape? That's what I want to know. I'm trolling. I'm trolling so hard. Oh my god. Alright, it was distracting. It was a little bit distracting, that. Here's there. Yeah, dude, nah. GG. Did you keep on getting hooked? Take the hint. GG, sir. It's still very decent, the Fire Staff, against most brawlers. GG. I just wanted to kill him. GG. GG. Who told you to W right away? Who's coaching these guys? That is such a bad strat. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Bruh, move.